Good morning, everybody. Do a quick sound check. Is my mic not sounding cracked? Sounding all right? Sound is good. Very good. I've risen. I don't know about shining, though. Morning, morning. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get started. Wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We're going to get going here. Hope you all have had a good weekend. Just a reminder, this is not financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education, informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. Please feel free to pause stream, read this. That way you know I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is all for educational purposes only, and it's also in the description of every single one of my videos, live streams, etc. Excellent. Hey, good morning, everyone. Gonna get going here. News. Everything in the news now. I don't know if you all have seen, but there's all this big news about how the market's collapsing and all this other stuff. Yeah, it's going down. Anyway, so I'm just gonna... There's my analysis. You know, you'll have a nice day. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, we've got some things going on, but just going to start out with the normal process as always. I'm not worried about any of that big stuff. Let's just take a look. Okay, NASDAQ, 3 weeks of breakouts down. So the market's been going down. That's good enough for me. And looking at the 3-day cycle, last week they had a breakout that failed at the high of the current week that restarted the cycle day 1. Friday was day 2, and then now day 3 today on Monday. There's 3 sessions of breakout outside of the previous day's low, and it is Monday, the opening range for the week. So we've already broken out of the previous week's low and also the previous day's low coming into this Monday. How many days of breakouts? First day of breakouts down was on Friday. They broke out a previous day's low and closed. That was the first day that they've broken back down and closed, and then now looking at today. So with day 1 breakouts, if I was using that as my signal day, what would I actually need to be looking for? Well, I'm going to look for some kind of 3 levels of pump, which it looks like this is already a fairly wide range day. I would look for 3 levels of pump up to look for a sell high opportunity. Well, that's going to be a lot. Okay, so 3 sessions of breakout. On day 3 of the 3-day cycle, with the first day of breakouts, the textbook opportunity would be to look for the 3 levels of rise for the trend trade, but having the 3 sessions of breakout, I'm going to be also watching the low of the day for reversal opportunities if they were to present. All right. Let's go take a look at this. Zoom in a little bit. All right, so textbook opportunity, 3 levels of rise, high of day, high of session, sell. But also keeping in mind that the range for this day outside of this breakout with session 1, session 2, and then now coming into New York, session 3, we're already quite a few pips. Quite a few pips outside of the previous day's range. So do with that what you will. Let's go to US 30. Okay, US 30 was... let me zoom out a little bit. All right, week one breakouts down. So week one breakouts down tells me to look for a 3-day template this week that is some kind of, like first red day, maybe 3 days of rise or 3 days of higher close, or, one large incline day, a first red day, something like that. Those are the types of templates that I should be looking for on week one of breakouts down. But similar to the NASDAQ, we've got the 3 sessions of breakout, kind of the gap time going into London, but 1 session down, 2 sessions down. Obviously, the market has been going down, but I'm not going to hyper focus on that. I'm just going to continue to look for the patterns. All right, so week one breakouts down, second day of breakouts down, and Monday being the opening range. I can measure from where we started down to here. Yep, it's also down pretty far. Okay, so looking for 3 levels of rise for the trend trade, or also noticing also just it's 9 o'clock in the morning, but noticing this little peak formation here with the 3 sessions of breakout. If this were to, give some kind of reversal opportunity, I'd be willing to take that as well. But of course, going to need some more things to show up. All right, let's take a look at oil. We're into that 3rd week of breakouts now. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I'm on the 15-minute chart. 1 week down, 2 weeks down. 3rd week down last week. Day 1 breakouts down. Day 1, day 2, and also day 3 of the 3-day cycle. They attempted to go higher. Back here on this day here on Thursday, day 1, day 2 trended away from day 1 highs, and then now day 3, taking a look. Okay, so day 1 breakouts down, looking for 3 levels of rise for the trend trade, but also keep in mind, just like I said on the NASDAQ and US 30, it's day 1 of the week. Monday, opening range. So going to stay vigilant, if you will. 26. Okay, good stuff. Going to US CAD. Zoom out. Computer's doing that lag thing again. Love that. Super great. All right, week 1 up, week 2 up. We've got 3 weeks of breakouts up. Zoom out a little bit here. Go wrong time frame. There we go. Okay, so looking at Monday, what do we got? Had this inside day on Friday. Peak formation high so far. They've hit both sides of the range. We're broken out now to the downside. First green day, inside day, now today. Yep, we're going to keep going. Okay, pound. Some of these I haven't done an analysis yet for, so I'm just going to knock those out with you all right now. We had week 1 of the 3-week cycle back here. Week 2, week 3, okay. Week 1 breakouts down 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks of breakouts down as of last week. Okay, so this has been going down. Day 1 of the 3-day cycle on Friday, which was also a first green day, and then now today's just mighty inside whipsaw. This closing price down here. What's the euro look like? Any better? Okay, so this one I did do an analysis for, and this was actually a super clean trade in London for those of you trading the euro in London. First green day closing price, made a higher high in the gap time, pulled back. Nice little 3 push pattern into that nice W. Down, up, down. Or up, down, up. What time was this at? Right into the new hour, 3 o'clock. Beautiful. Okay. Where does that leave me for New York, though? I need to zoom out. I think that London trade was probably the big one. Okay, so we had the failed breakout on Thursday, day 1 of the cycle. Day 2 of the cycle was on Friday, which was also a first green day. Today's day 3 of the cycle, and it looks like we're getting that blow-off move as of right now. 1, 2, 3, back up. And week 1 of breakouts to the upside. Okay, take a look at gold. My goodness, gold, gold, gold. All right, so this is the analysis that I had last night. We had this nice outside day, and I actually had told myself that I was going to use this as my main focus when I did my analysis last night because of the outside day. Week 1 breakouts back up to the upside. So kind of this like failed breakout maneuver here, and then we got up here and broke out. So peak formation low, now a peak formation high. With this outside day, this is part of the playbook, looking for exactly what's happened over here, except it's capitulated down in the gap time, broke out. So we're going to have to wait and see. Taking a look at the little chat over there. Always want to keep politics out of it, you know what I'm saying? Anyways. First red day. Take a look at silver. This was another outside day. So we got this first red day over here, which was also an outside day. They smacked both sides. Second day here, so kind of another 3-day rectangle. And again, it looks like the capitulation started in London and followed through in the gap time down into where we're at now. Let's go to Russell. Okay. I'm going to stick with my main 4 that I always kind of go towards. I think that's going to be my... I really like this as well. Day 2 breakouts down. We're into the third day. Day 1, day 2, day 3 of breakouts. And we've got 3 sessions of breakout now outside of a previous day's range on that third day, day 3. And by no means am I saying that this is going to go back up at all. That is definitely not what I'm saying, but I'm going to be watching this coming into the open. Take a look at the indexes one last time. I just want to make sure that I've not only seen everything, but I'm going to focus on the correct pairs. Okay, day 3, we've got a nice rectangle. That's worth watching. US 30 kind of just capitulating down. Day 2 breakouts. Could still be worth watching, but not as solid as of a thesis, I think, as NASDAQ. Let's see. Oil. Day 1 breakouts. Pulling back. Okay. I'm going to go shoot over to... Did I look at this yet? Natural gas. Day 1, day 2. That's day 1, right? Yep. Day 1, day 2. Day 3. Reverts back day 1. Should be trending away from day 1 lows. Instead, we've been going back down. Breakouts day 1, 2, into the third. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, yep. I'm going back to what I originally said. I'm sticking with the 4 main ones that I always watch. When all else fails, I'll just shoot over here to NASDAQ. I definitely want gold up here still. I think this is definitely worth watching. In fact, we're going to put, I'm going to put this up here. Shoot down to the put oil down here. Looking good, looking good. Okay. I can put gold down on the bottom right. Good, I'm happy with that. I don't think that I could choose wrong. Just looking around, everything looks like it feels like it's in play, regardless of you know, which pair. We've got day 3, 3-day cycle on a lot of pairs. Day 3 breakouts on a lot of pairs. 3 sessions of breakout on a lot of pairs. Week 1 breakouts down over the course of the next week, looking for sell high templates. So that's all I've got. Nothing crazy. All right. And we've got the New York Open in 15 minutes. So I think I'm just going to leave this just like this for a minute. Yeah, Max, I don't really follow the macro things. Um, I'm more worried about the hurricane than I am what the market's doing. Frankly, I'm really not worried about that either, but I do pray that everyone that's going through that right now is doing okay. All right, we're just gonna keep on going here. My coffee machine took a dive this morning. All I've got is water and juice. Holy cow. It's going to be a wild ride. All jokes aside, though, this today and this week I do think is going to be a exciting week as far as templates and things go. For all my charting nerds out there that enjoy seeing nice, clean charts, I think this week is going to be decent. So, see if we can find the best templates throughout this week and just kind of forget the rest. Boy, the chat is going. Always funny to look over and see you all conversing sometimes. All right, less than 15 minutes to the New York Open. 15-minute chart, rectangles. We had this rectangle that was broken out of down over here. Don't forget about that 10 o'clock news. Is everybody able to see my screen and everything okay? There's no weird issues with that? Always have a backup coffee machine? Yeah. I need to learn my lesson. What am I doing? Paulie, good morning. $9.45 as well. Is this another instance of that yellow news? Hold on, let me take a look. Pull up. Oh, wait, hold on. I took a picture of it because I just had a feeling. I had a feeling we'd have this conversation. There it is, filtered down. Forex Factory. Red news only. The only ones I'm seeing is the 10. Not saying you're wrong, because I know that a lot of times there's lots of other sites that have the news, and they, depending on what site you look at, you know, it's sometimes it's yellow, sometimes it's orange, sometimes it's red. It's orange news, yeah. Just got really quiet. It felt weird. All right. Just making sure that I'm seeing everything with clarity. but I still feel pretty good about what I've got, so I'm just going to leave it how it is. I really should leave, like, wish I had like little text boxes that I could leave up here for you all. See if I can make, like, for people that are popping into the stream and things and they want to see what the analysis was for each one. I suppose people could just ask, but let's see here. Oh. Okay, got that down there. Okay, we got week 3 down, day 1 down, into the second day. And then we got 3-day cycle, day 3, day 1 breakout down. Okay, oil 3 weeks down. Day 1 down. Down. Okay, good. And gold. This was that outside day. Week 1 breakouts to the upside. Yep. We've already retraced back down previous week's low. We're at previous week's low. Continue to make lower lows and lower highs. Can I do? Yep. And one of those. And one of those. Okay. Here we go. Sturdy, good morning. Let me double check. Failed breakout at the high of the week, day 1. Breakout to the downside, trending away from day 1 highs, day 2. Leaving today as day 3. Yes, sir. Hey, Anthony, good morning. Straight down. Oh. It's the most people we've had in a live stream in a while. Great to have you all here. Hey-o. Yep. All right, we got 5 minutes to the open. Taking a look at what the 15-minute chart looks like right now. That looks coiled. Pullback. Broken out of small consolidation, part of a larger one. Wondering if the bottom of a box will turn into the top of a box, previous day's low, or if this is going to, beginning of the week, false move, work its way back up. Yeah, they all look pretty solid for their own devices. We're gonna see. And just looking at the chart, you can I just kind of see the, some days you come to the chart and you look at it and you're just like, man, it's like there's no volume there. There's just nothing there. And then some days you come in and the chart just looks clean. It's like, okay, yeah, there's something brewing. Something brewing. So I came this morning and I saw, how the chart looked, and I said, oh, it looks like it could be a decent day, not only from the templates themselves, because that's what's most important to me anyways, but also just the fact that it looks like the charts are prepped for a move. Of course, I could say all this, and then we just whipsaw on consolidation for the next 3 hours. So we'll see. Let me get myself logged in here. I've got a feeling the volume this morning on the open is going to lag my computer to no end. Hopefully we don't have another one of those instances where, like a few streams ago, I was trying to get through go to a different time frame. My whole computer or trading view froze. Couldn't do anything. Yeah, probably. Who knows? Who knows what's going on? We're just going to keep looking for the same trades, though. That's the beauty of it. Talk about the lock at 7% down, Sean. Where they halt trading. Yeah, Sean. It's funny you said that because I know I told you all um my mom also trades. She was just texting me about that. Shooting me a reminder. Yeah, thanks. Which I've actually never I don't think I've ever traded on a day that needed to happen. So that would be a first for me. Okay, there's a 9:30 open. I'm watching the Russell. Now this is right off the open, so obviously we're gonna wait a second, but Keep in mind also that for position sizing and things like that, when you all are, of course, not this is not advice. Never take anything I say as advice, but just keep in mind the volatility of today on a lot of pairs is much higher. Even though the candles look normal, everything looks, somewhat normal. There's a lot more. The ranges are much larger than normal. This is 1 5-minute bar. Keep that, just keep that in mind when you're sizing stuff. Don't want to enter in thinking that you're entering with a 25 pip stop. And next thing you know, it needs to be a 100 pip stop, and you've entered in on full size or something like that. Bad day. Unless it goes your way, but then you kind of feel silly afterwards. We still got that news at 10. Hard to set stop today. Maybe. I'm still going to put mine in the same place. I'm just going to, if I were to take a trade, make sure I'm sized down appropriately. Yep. One bar stop or be patient. Yeah, that's a good plan. Me personally, I like the second push method. I like putting my stop above or below where I believe the second push to be, where people should be trapped, things like that. Still watching the Russell. It's pretty coiled up. We've got the 3 sessions of breakout, but they're still making lower lows and lower highs, and they kind of went into this little squeeze pattern. I still feel like it could kind of go either way. So I'm waiting for a little bit more. It's definitely not set up for that right now, TR. It's 3 sessions of breakout. Week 1 breakouts down. Day 2 breakouts down as of yesterday. So we're into the 3rd day now. And we've got those 3 sessions of breakout, but it's not set up for the squeeze, the short squeeze. At least not yet. NG is gone. Where did it go? Yeah. How can you get a phone call with me? You just message me on Discord. We'll chat about it. Okay, first 10 minutes of the New York Open. So the Russell, instead of capitulating down and squeezing lower, they ran it back up. At least on a 5-minute chart. We got that 5-minute bar. They didn't close higher than the previous bar's high, but still a pretty strong close on that bar. 20 minutes until the news. Yep. I really want to wait till after that news. That's going to give me a lot more confidence about what I'm looking at. Because there's so many times when I'm looking at the chart and should be sound now. unplugged it, plugged it back in. Goodness gracious. Sorry, y'all. It's annoying for you all, I'm sure, but it's pretty annoying for me too. I don't even understand why. It's not like I'm... Everything looking pretty spicy coming into this news event. There's a frog outside my window that has decided that it's going to wreak havoc. Thing is incredibly loud. Holy cow. Orange in 2. Yep, orange in 2 minutes, and then we've got that other one in a little bit more than 15. What did US 30 do on the open? Okay. About to see here in a second. Okay, there's the orange news. Okay, we got that 15 minutes. That's all I'm waiting for right now is just I need that 15 minutes for the news, and I'll feel a lot more comfortable with what I'm looking at, what I'm doing. Obviously, I can't do anything before then anyways. So we got time. Russell pushing back up. Wonder if this is going to turn into one of those W's. W down here. If they're working the low. Make some rounds. Let's go take a look. US 30. Okay. Platinum. Oh, I already got oil up there. Gas is pumped back up. Euro still going sky high. Okay. Yep, I still feel good about leaving this just how it is. I think that hurricane's finally starting to get to me. Hopefully I don't lose power. It'll be an interesting way to end the live stream. Me sitting here watching the chart and then I just disappear. Minutes. See, oil is broke out of that little rectangle and has gone back into consolidation, kind of coiling. It is a waiting game. Let's see, maybe a spike on the news, laying fruit. It's been 4 years since the ATR. Wow. Big red coming up. I don't know. We will see. That's why I really want to wait too, is because number one, it's highly unlikely that the trades will present before the news, and a lot of times it's a trap and all this other stuff. So I'd like to just get that out of the way and see, and then go from there. Third hour might be hectic, yeah. It just might be. I keep getting text about the market being down. Holy cow. Like I would have never known that the market was down so much unless I got text. No. Anyways, 5 minutes to go. Oh, it's getting windy too. Oh boy. Well, if I randomly disappeared, you all will know why. The hurricane has claimed my power. All right, 4 to go. I'm sure I'll be more talkative here in a few minutes. Shaky. Where can I watch the new? What do you mean? Nasdaq's pumped back up off the low. How much is it pumped up? A couple pips up off the low. Not a lot though. Don't get carried away. If you're asking where you can find the news event, like calendar, yeah, Forex Factory. Click on calendar, and then you can filter it to only the red news, if that's what you'd like to do. Yeah, I mean, you can also just look at the daily. I mean, we got this big double top that happened way back over here. I mean, this is a daily chart, of course, but it looks exactly like a pump and dump pattern. There's the peak formation low. 1, 2, 3 to the high, double top, peak formation high, trend line trick, run 1, consolidation under the EMA. I don't have the EMA up there, but I'm going to just assume or say that the EMA is probably somewhere around over here. Pump, 3 levels of rise, boom, boom, boom. Trend line trick, level 1 drop, breakout, fake out candle. There's the flush through the breakout, fake out candle. It's just like a big pump and dump pattern on the daily chart, which is cool to see. And that's why you hear me ranting and raving and screaming into the mic all the time about how the market's fractal. Same patterns, just different time frames. Okay, there's the news. Let's get back down. I mean, the only thing that seemed like it really moved was the Russell. Well, I guess oil did as well, and NQ. Where can you watch the news? Forex Factory. All right, I'd like to see how this 5-minute bar closes on the Russell. And I'm going to go from there. Which is not going to happen for another few minutes. Shaky, what was your thesis? What was your idea? Did you think the news was going to capitulate down? Okay, 1 minute to this new 5-minute bar. Yeah, really not much, nothing glaring, huh? I'm still staring at the Russell because of the three. We're on day 3 of breakouts. We've got 3 sessions of breakout and a short squeeze pattern down low. But it's already squeezed up off the low pretty far. Which makes me like it a lot less. Why not much movement? I mean, it's moving a lot further than you think. For example, Russell. Okay, this. There we go. The Nasdaq might not look like it's moving very much, but I mean it is. Just need to sit patient. It's trying to. Yeah, I'm looking at the Nasdaq, the 1, 2, 3, but I would need an engulfment before even considering that. I'm not about to play into the market is falling 3 million pips today and it's just going to keep going and all this stuff, and then it pulls back 1,000 pips and everyone's just dumbfounded. Not just going to keep looking for the short because of what the news says. That's just definitely not what I'm doing. One minute to a new 5-minute bar. Okay, this 5-minute bar is about to close as an inside bar and also closed higher than the previous two down close bars. Did not close as an engulfment down. Basically what I'd be watching for is a close below here, because that would turn into an M. But a 3 push pattern and an M, which would be ideal for selling, but if they're just going to keep squeezing higher, then they're just going to keep squeezing higher. Minutes left on this 5-minute bar. Trigger the low of the inside bar. Circling my eyeballs around, checking all the different patterns. Making sure I haven't missed anything. Pretty similar patterns between gold and silver. Yeah, exactly, Shaky. That's why I'm sitting here narrating the 5 minute bar closes, because there's no I even though there's all this space and room and volatility or whatever, not chasing any of that. I'm only waiting for the perfect opportunity. Um, Patience, patience, patience. I'm watching it, yeah. Hey, Martin, good to have you here. Half Batman on gold. I don't see that. That's just me. Looking like a sit on the hands type of day. Yeah. The timing of things, and right now I don't have any engulfments. I don't have really much of anything to go off of. Might be just best to wait for the opening range to set up and see how today closes. But I'm not gonna discount everything just yet, because how many times have you seen me sit here and then 10:30 rolls around, I leave, and then the next 5 minute bar is the engulfment. So I'm gonna wait. We'll hang out for a bit. Checking what the consolidations look like down here on the 1 minute. Go back over here. Russell's built this big range. Bar 1, bar 2, bar 3. Could be a larger W, but this bar's range is pretty big. We're just sitting on the inside of there, just kind of floating there. Really not giving me much to work with. Not much to work with at all. Unless I feel like getting chopped up, which I don't. So we got these bars, 5-minute bars closing, ascending 1, 2, 3. Each bar closing higher than the previous down close bar, which either means that they are holding everybody at the high or they are dragging those shorts up. Anything better? Anything that doesn't look not good? Okay, we got another NASDAQ 5-minute bar closing higher than the previous 5-minute bar. Chopping sideways. All of this. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We're on to the fifth 5-minute bar now. All contained within this range. So we're back in consolidation. All of these bars are contained within that bar. They've built this range. It's either going to continue to expand to the upside, manipulate the high. I don't know. We'll see. I agree, Martin. I'd rather see some engulfments off the open and off the news or something like that. If they would have given us the trade right there at 10, that'd have been great, but Russell? What about the Russell? 150 viewers. Yeah, a little bit better stream today, I think. A few more people in here. It's pretty cool to see. I think the most we ever had was like a Friday morning at 9 o'clock in the morning, something like that. I think we had 220 people in here, which is cool. Okay, oil still has my attention. I'm really shifting my eyes between these three. All right, I've got NQ up on my screen. 1 minute left in this 5-minute bar. Seems like the only pattern right now that is somewhat clean. Not to say that it's going to go back down by any means. But just looking at it on the 5, the 15, and the 1. It's the only one that I've looked at so far that I'm like, hey, that could be something. I think maybe US 30 might be my second best option. Maybe even my first. that's dirty. NQ still looking like it's really doing some work. If I'm not talking, it's because I'm watching the 1 minute chart right now on my other screen, watching for that pattern to build, making sure that I'm keeping in line with the story that it's telling. Where are people caught? Where are they gonna, if it is gonna follow through, where would they follow through at? What would the reasoning be? Watching the clock, watching the time, watching the rotations of these 5 minute bars as they continue to progress. I'm not going to get sucked into one pair either. I'm still watching oil. This has done kind of what I want to see it do, but I'm still not completely convinced. This double top, 3 push pattern, 1, 2, 3 to the high. Bit of a shortened M up here. We're not at the high of the day. We got a lot of space to get back up to the high of the day, back up to previous day's low. You can kind of see what happened. Why I said that earlier about it being they were playing dirty. This little low down here that they came down and ran into pretty much equal, fresh lows. They came down and tapped into them. Looked aggressive down, and then it just stopped. On the close of a 5 minute bar, just stopped. There was no follow through at all. They could have pinned up and then ran it, anything like that. But the feeling I got from that was they closed it right at the lows so that it could open the new 5 minute bar and do exactly what it's doing now. Pattern's not finished on NQ. I would agree. Okay, look at oil. Down here working, working. Down, up, down. 5-minute bar engulfment. That bar closed higher than the previous 2 bars. If I was sitting here trying to look for a short trade, probably good information to have in my brain. They can't get through the EMA. They can't get below these lows. And then a little double bottom. Micro double bottom. Okay, US 30, down close bar, closing underneath the EMA, sure. Double top, peak formation high, sure. Okay, 1, 2, 3, good. I'm going to draw my little line down here. Where are we at within the day's range? Yep, okay, we're down there. We are way down yonder. Down super low. Okay, I'm going to keep watching this pattern as well, because if they start descending the close of down close bars as well, as the pattern continues to develop, 5-minute bar close at their high, third push, push 1, push 2, push 3. Do we have volume trapped above push 2? We could if they were to release to the downside, but I'm going to keep that in my brain, catalog it. You know, where would the shorts start getting in profit? Where would they start being rewarded? Really down below these lows, below this candle's lows here. Why would they need to go back down? They don't need to. We're already down quite significantly, but that's why I don't want to buy into the hype that it's going to go down today. I'm just looking at the chart and doing what I've always done. I'm going to try and ignore the volatility and just size down so that way I don't get caught in something that, well, it looks like a normal 5-minute bar, but it's actually 75 pips. So if I do end up taking a trade, it'll be heavily reduced on size, and I will not scale into my normal size at all, and still use the chart to determine where I should be looking, not just catch 50 pips and be done. I'm going to look at the chart and say, hey, this is where, if they're going to retrace or if they're going to go back to the lows or whatever, that's where I'm going to aim, however many pips away that is. Okay, Russell has made a higher high. And we're in 1 down, 2 down, maybe come down to the 3rd down. But also, again, little things that you notice like this can really help you. Get this one really big bars range that was built, and we're just sitting on the inside of that bars range now for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 minutes. Highlighting how not to get chopped up is, you know, seeing stuff like that and going, oh, well, that's a high and a low. Think about the definition of consolidation. That's a high. That's a low. It's just a 5-minute bar. Everything on the inside is consolidation. What is the goal or purpose of a consolidation? It's going to be make the move look like it's going to accelerate at the extremes, trap people long, trap people short, you know, be convincing. Reaccumulation, whatever you want to call it. I really like this. If you all want to go back and read it as well, this verse right here. I don't usually point these out on my streams, but I'm sure you all have noticed them, and a lot of you have commented on them. I read this one over the weekend. This is a really good one. And it's actually relevant for trading as well, which is why I'm pointing it out. Okay, NASDAQ. Right back up to the high. Everything is in consolidation. What is the Dow doing? Is that pattern any better? I don't like the 1 minute patterns. I don't even like the 5 or 15 minute that much. Golf meant pin hammer. What was I looking for on oil? 3 weeks of breakouts down. Day 1 of breakouts down. It's really not what I was looking for. It's not the setup that I was anticipating. I'm going to let that do its thing. Oh boy, I am well hydrated. 30 seconds. I'm coming right back. I am back. Let's see. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, we're about to be 45 minutes into this hour. Hopefully starting to see some real moves start to present, make the real move, engulf something. Come out of consolidation, do something. If not, we get up to 11 and there's still nothing glaring. I'm cutting it. We want the easy trade. We don't want sitting around and staring at consolidation for the next 2 hours. It's just going to really put a damper on the day. Okay, that 5 minute bar closed lower than the previous bar's low. Of course, we're still in consolidation, but let's see. NASDAQ and gold. Talking about like the overall day, the template. Here's what I had for gold outside day yesterday, Friday. Week 1 breakouts up. Man, today is really one of those days. Like, I just want something to happen. Like, please push one direction or the other, you know. I really don't care which way. Just do something to either confirm or obliterate the original thesis at this point. Which would also indicate a good day to sit on the hands. My hands are blue at this point. All the circulation's cut off. How's everyone else doing? Did anybody here trade maybe like London and maybe catch some of those larger capitulations down? Maybe noticing the template and trading London instead of New York? No trade? Good stuff. Holy cow, 400. Done for the week at that point. Good stuff. Honestly, done for the month. 400. That's pretty good. Anybody catch the euro in London? I think the euro, like looking at the charts today, euro was probably the most textbook setup that I've seen, but it was in London. First green day, week 1 breakouts, low of day. Super textbook. Beautiful W. The timing was immaculate. New hour. $50 pips on the euro too. That's pretty good. FX got the euro too. Holy cow, good stuff. Okay, this 5-minute bar didn't close lower than a majority of these bars. Majority of these 5-minute closes are kind of like right in here. And no, I'm not looking at support and resistance or anything like that, but if the short traders were to get put into profit, you know, if they're trapped right now, if I traded this short thinking it's going to go back down, where am I hooked in at? It'd be about right there. If I was hooked in long, that candle's pretty convincing. All of these are lined up pretty well. All of these, that one there, this one, that one. So if I was hooked into this consolidation long, I'd be stuck probably in here. If I was hooked in short, I'd be stuck in down and over here. And again, we're just sitting in consolidation. You could just look at the bodies of the candles. They're big bodied candles forcing people to buy or sell in an area of the chart. And immediately, in both directions, they've been taking it away. Just holding in a range. Watching your videos on how to set up charts, how do I get a clean new screen like yours? I'm using the online. What about it? Do you want to clean up? I can show you my settings. I just got white body candles, black body candles. Everything else is black. Let's see. I've removed. I took a lot of things off here because like I don't want to see all that garbage up there. I don't use it. I don't care about it. So I've unchecked a lot of these things as well. Canvas, I've just got solid white. Take off these grid lines. I don't know why it's such a pet peeve of mine to see these grid lines that are not being used by anybody, really, I don't think. It's just distracting to me to see them back there, and I don't ever use them, so I take them off. That's pretty much it. If you want to change your layout, all you got to do is go up here and click this. You can either have 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. I've got the interval checked, but other than that, everything else is not. All right, I need to pay attention. This is looking a little bit better. Okay, we've got 1 minute to this new 5-minute bar. you're having a problem? What kind of problem, though? Sounds good, Kurt. And I should be able to send pictures and things of what you need to get fixed, or whatever questions you have. I should be able to easier to answer them over there. Russell's got this little 3 push pattern up. This new 5-minute bar, we engulfed up, and then we got this 5-minute bar coming down. We're in the first 2 minutes and 30 seconds of the bar. But we've just been in that consolidation, holding on. Is this where we're going to get the collapse from? Or is it actually going to pin down and launch itself back up? We got 2 minutes to a new hour. Okay, new hour's about to open. Not seeing anything though. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to end the stream here. I'm just not seeing it today. I think I'm going to come back tomorrow. Better perspective. We'll see what, what kind of template this opening range has built. And then we'll look at tomorrow and go from there. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for being here. I've had a good time. A little bit slower of a day. Sometimes I jump into these streams and there's a trade right away. Sometimes it's all just nonsense. And today it just pumped us into a range and it just has been holding it there this whole time. So kind of a little bit boring, but all good. Come back tomorrow and we'll see if things spice up a little bit. I'll see you all tomorrow morning. Ready to trade. Bye-bye.